In this video, we create a place of remembrance, honoring those who've recently left us and reflecting on the lasting influence they gave the world. Alongside these tributes, we also celebrate the legendary career of John Cena, whose unmatched legacy continues to inspire wrestling fans everywhere. Subscribe today and be part of a community that treasures these unforgettable stories. Owen Hart, born on May 7, 1965, in Calgary, Alberta, was a proud member of the legendary Hart wrestling family. From an early age, his natural talent, agility, and sharp technical skills set him apart. Fans quickly connected with his charm, humor, and dedication, making him one of the most respected performers of his era. During the 1990s, Owen shined in the WWF, now WWE, capturing titles like the Intercontinental and Tag Team Championships and earning the 1994 King of the Ring crown. Though success came naturally, life in the shadow of his older brother Bret, the Hitman Hart, wasn't always easy. Still, Owen carved out his own identity, admired for his humility and deep devotion to his family. Tragically, on May 23, 1999, during the Over the Edge pay-per-view, a stunt went terribly wrong. As Owen was being lowered from the rafters of Kansas City's Kemper Arena, a harness malfunction caused a fatal fall. His sudden passing at just 34 years old sent shockwaves through the wrestling world. In the aftermath, his wife, Martha Hart, became a strong advocate for improved safety in wrestling. Today, Owen's legacy lives on, not only through his unforgettable matches, but also through the lasting changes inspired by his loss. Adrian Street, born on December 5, 1940, in Merthyr Tydfil, Wales, was more than just a professional wrestler. He was a showman, a pioneer, and a true original. Known for his flamboyant style and fearless personality, Street broke barriers in a sport that often celebrated toughness over theatrics. He passed away at the age of 82, leaving behind a legacy that forever changed the world of wrestling. Street began his career in the 1950s, quickly standing out for his colorful costumes, makeup, and playful defiance of traditional masculinity. At a time when such boldness was unheard of, he brought charisma, creativity, and courage to the ring. His performances in promotions like the WWF and WCW weren't just about winning matches. They were about storytelling, confidence, and entertainment at its finest. Beyond the glitter and bravado, Street was also a skilled technical wrestler who captured multiple championships and earned respect for his dedication to the craft. His unapologetic individuality made him an early symbol of self-expression and LGBTQ+ representation in wrestling, inspiring generations to embrace who they are. Adrian Street will be remembered as a trailblazer who proved that strength comes in many forms, and that sometimes the most powerful thing you can be is yourself. Matthew Anoa'i, known to wrestling fans as Rosey, was born on April 7, 1970, into the legendary Anoa'i wrestling dynasty, a family that produced icons like his brother Roman Reigns and cousin Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Growing up surrounded by wrestling greatness, Rosey naturally found his way into the ring in the mid-1990s, competing across independent promotions before landing in WCW as part of the Samoan Gangsta Party with his cousin, Jamal, later known as Umaga. His biggest break came in WWE in 2002, where fans embraced him as the fun-loving partner of the Hurricane Shane Helms. Together, they formed the Superheroes, a comedic and heartwarming tag team that brought laughter and lighthearted moments to WWE television. Behind the humor, however, Rosey was a talented and agile performer who earned respect for his hard work and charisma. After leaving WWE, Rosey remained devoted to the sport, continuing to wrestle on the independent circuit and mentoring younger athletes with genuine care and humility. Sadly, his life was cut short when he passed away on April 17, 2017, at just 47, due to congestive heart failure. Though gone too soon, Rosey's warmth, humor, and dedication left an unforgettable mark on fans and his legendary family alike. Bruiser Brody, born Frank Donald Goodish, was a towering figure in professional wrestling, both literally and in spirit. Standing over 6 feet tall with a rugged, intimidating presence, Brody was unlike anyone else in the business. He brought a raw, untamed energy to the ring that felt completely real, making him one of the most feared yet respected wrestlers of his time. Known for his wild brawling style, Brody often took the fight beyond the ropes, diving into the crowd and turning every match into controlled chaos. Fans loved him for it. To them, he wasn't just playing a character. He was the wild man they saw before their eyes, a genuine force who refused to be contained or scripted. Brody built his legend in promotions across the world. From the American Wrestling Association, AWA, and World Class Championship Wrestling, WCCW, to New Japan Pro Wrestling, NJPW. His brutal battles against Abdullah the Butcher, Stan Hansen, and the Von Erich family became the stuff of wrestling folklore. But what truly set Brody apart was his independence. He didn't bow to promoters or play politics. He fought on his own terms, fierce, fearless, and uncompromising, cementing his legacy as one of wrestling's most authentic and enduring icons. Josephus, born on March 19, 1980, in Kansas City, Missouri, was an American professional wrestler remembered for his creativity, charisma, and storytelling flair. Before making his mark in professional wrestling, he honed his skills as an amateur wrestler, training under respected mentors who helped him develop a deep appreciation for the art and psychology of the sport. He rose to prominence in the independent wrestling scene, performing for promotions like Championship Wrestling from Hollywood and eventually the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, where he found his greatest success. Fans admired not only his in-ring talent, but also his ability to create captivating, character-driven performances that stood out in an era of athletic showmanship. Josephus became especially beloved for his mysterious alter ego, the Question Mark. Clad in a mask and often silent, he used gestures, exaggerated expressions, and unique movements to communicate with the audience, blending humor, mystery, and nostalgia into something unforgettable. The character became a cult favorite among fans who appreciated his commitment and creativity. Tragically, Josephus passed away at just 42 years old. Though his life was cut short, his passion and originality left a lasting mark on the wrestling world, reminding fans that heart, imagination, and connection can be just as powerful as any move inside the ring. John Felix Anthony Cena Jr. stands as one of the most recognized names in the world of professional wrestling, a man whose name has become synonymous with perseverance, discipline, and unshakable resilience. Over 2 decades in WWE, Cena has built a legacy that transcends the squared circle, captivating millions with his unmatched work ethic and his now iconic mantra, "Never give up." But behind the chiseled physique and the confident smile lies a man who has battled relentless physical challenges, long-term injuries, and a chronic spinal condition that could have ended his career years ago. His story is not just about victories or championships. It's about a man who has endured pain, pushed past limits, and continued to rise no matter how many times life tried to break him. Living with lordosis, Cena's lifelong battle with pain. Among Cena's lesser-known struggles is a chronic spinal condition known as lordosis, which causes an excessive inward curve of the lower back. While it may sound minor compared to the bone-shattering injuries wrestlers often face, for an athlete who relies so heavily on explosive power, agility, and physical precision, lordosis can be a daily battle. It affects posture, balance, and muscle alignment, making even simple movements potentially painful. For Cena, who spends hours lifting weights, performing high-impact moves, and enduring the physical toll of wrestling, the condition has been a quiet but persistent adversary. Lordosis can cause severe muscle strain and increase the risk of back injuries, yet Cena has never used it as an excuse. He has spoken about his meticulous training routines, his work with physiotherapists, and his dedication to maintaining proper spinal health through core stabilization and flexibility exercises. Every movement, every match, every return to the ring has required not just strength, but a constant awareness of his body's limitations. What makes Cena remarkable is his ability to adapt, transforming his pain into discipline. Over the years, he's adjusted his workouts, refined his in-ring style, and developed one of the strongest cores in professional sports to support his back. Lordosis may be an invisible condition, but for Cena, it has shaped his entire approach to physical and mental endurance. The 2007 torn pectoral muscle, the injury that shocked the world. In 2007, Cena faced one of the most severe setbacks of his career, a torn pectoral muscle suffered during a match on WWE Raw. The moment was quick but devastating. As he delivered a hip toss to his opponent, fans could see the pain flash across his face. Yet in true Cena fashion, he finished the match and even participated in a post-match segment, refusing to let the audience see the depth of his pain. What followed was surgery and a daunting recovery process that many believed would sideline him for close to a year. But Cena, ever the outlier, returned just 4 months later at the 2008 Royal Rumble, shocking fans and fellow wrestlers alike. His comeback wasn't just a return, it was a statement. It marked the beginning of a pattern that would define his career, suffering catastrophic injuries, undergoing surgeries, and returning stronger and faster than medical logic would allow. That single injury revealed a truth about Cena that has remained consistent ever since: his ability to push his body beyond what seems possible. 2008 neck injury, confronting the limits of the human body. Just a year later, in 2008, Cena's momentum came crashing down once more. During his SummerSlam match against Batista, a mistimed move left Cena with a herniated disc in his neck. The pain was immediate and severe, and for the first time, it wasn't just about an injury, it was about potential paralysis. The injury pressed dangerously close to his spinal cord, forcing him into emergency surgery performed by Dr. Joseph Maroon, one of the top neurosurgeons in sports medicine. The recovery process was grueling. Cena had to retrain his neck muscles, rebuild his range of motion, and strengthen the areas around the spine, all while dealing with the chronic effects of lordosis that already placed stress on his lower back. Yet just 3 months later, he returned to WWE at Survivor Series, defying every timeline doctors had projected. His return symbolized something greater than physical healing. It was proof that his willpower was his greatest muscle. He refused to let his injuries dictate his destiny, and in doing so, he became a living embodiment of his own philosophy. The 2013 elbow surgery, the cost of constant pressure. By 2013, years of punishing matches and training had taken a visible toll. Cena's elbow injury that year wasn't a sudden accident, but the culmination of years of overuse and swelling. His elbow had become severely inflamed, filled with fluid, and surrounded by fragments of bone that caused visible swelling. Fans even nicknamed it the baseball-sized elbow. Still, Cena continued to perform at main events, pushing through excruciating pain rather than taking time off. Eventually, the injury forced him to undergo surgery to remove the bone fragments and drain the fluid. Doctors recommended an extended period of rest, but Cena was back in the ring months before expected, once again proving that his drive outweighed his discomfort. Behind the scenes, however, it was clear that the constant cycle of injury and recovery was wearing him down. Each comeback demanded more from his body, and each year, recovery became slower and harder. 2016 torn rotator cuff, a test of time and determination. In 2016, Cena suffered a torn rotator cuff, one of the most debilitating injuries for any athlete who depends on upper body strength. The shoulder injury threatened not just his wrestling career, but also his ability to perform basic training movements. It required surgery and months of physical therapy, as well as the kind of patience that doesn't come easily to a man who has spent his life moving at full speed. Cena's recovery was nothing short of astonishing. Within months, he was back to lifting, performing, and appearing on WWE television. However, this injury marked a turning point. It forced him to acknowledge that his body, while incredibly resilient, was not indestructible. It was around this time that Cena began transitioning toward part-time appearances and eventually pursued acting full-time, bringing his intensity and discipline to Hollywood with the same focus he once brought to the ring. The human side of recovery, pain, balance, and acceptance. Behind every heroic return was a quieter story. Nights spent icing swollen joints, early mornings of therapy sessions, and days where pain was constant, but commitment was stronger. Cena has always been open about his physical struggles, often stating that pain is a part of the process. Yet what truly sets him apart is how he has learned to live with it rather than fight against it. Physiotherapists who have worked with Cena describe him as one of the most disciplined athletes they've ever seen. His training is scientific and structured, combining rehabilitation exercises with functional strength work that supports his spine and shoulders. He invests heavily in recovery methods, cryotherapy, massage therapy, and stretching routines to keep his body operational. Over the years, Cena has evolved from being a brute force athlete to a mindful professional who listens to his body. That shift has allowed him to extend his career far beyond what most thought possible. Debunking the myths, separating fact from fiction. Because of his near superhuman recoveries, rumors have often followed Cena. Some have claimed that his injuries were exaggerated for storyline purposes, while others speculated about his use of performance enhancers. Yet medical records and official WWE statements have confirmed that his surgeries and injuries were entirely real. Cena's unmatched recovery speed can be attributed not to shortcuts, but to his extraordinary discipline, genetics, and the support of world-class medical teams. The truth is far simpler and more human. Cena's body heals quickly because he dedicates every ounce of energy to it. He treats recovery like a full-time job, sleeping strategically, eating clean, and training with purpose. His results are a reflection of his mindset, not myth. Life beyond the ring, adjusting to a new chapter. In recent years, Cena's focus has shifted from the ring to the big screen. His Hollywood career has flourished with roles in major franchises like Fast and Furious and The Suicide Squad. Yet he remains closely tied to WWE. His appearances are rarer now, but every time he walks through the curtain, the energy feels electric. Fans sense it. Each return could be one of his last, and each performance is a reminder of what he's sacrificed to entertain. Physically, Cena is not the same powerhouse he once was. He has admitted to feeling the wear and tear of decades in the ring. His back and shoulders still require care, and his lordosis continues to demand constant management. Yet in interviews, he exudes peace and acceptance. He has nothing left to prove in the ring, and his focus now lies in longevity, mentorship, and inspiring others through his story. Financially, Cena stands in a position of stability and gratitude. After decades of success in wrestling, film, and brand endorsements, he has secured himself a future where he can choose projects that matter rather than those that merely pay. His wealth has also allowed him to give back through philanthropy, most notably his record-breaking number of wishes granted for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. His legacy now extends far beyond wrestling rings and movie sets. It lives in the lives he's touched and the values he embodies. The resilience of a champion. John Cena's journey has never been about perfection. It's been about persistence. Every scar on his body tells a story of pain endured, lessons learned, and limits redefined. His chronic spinal condition could have forced him to stop years ago, but instead it became the reason he trained harder. His injuries could have left him bitter or broken, but they only made him more determined. The truth is, Cena's greatest victories have never been scripted. They've been earned in silence, in hospital rooms, in physical therapy sessions, and in the quiet hours before dawn when he pushed himself to heal just one day faster. His never give up philosophy is not a marketing slogan, it's a lived experience, forged through pain and perseverance. Conclusion: the man who refused to break today, as John Cena continues to balance his roles as actor, mentor, and occasional WWE competitor, he carries with him the marks of a lifetime spent pushing beyond limits. His lordosis remains a daily challenge, his body bears the toll of countless matches, but his spirit remains unshaken. He is a man who has lived through pain, learned from it, and transformed it into purpose. John Cena's story is not one of invincibility, it is one of resilience. He reminds the world that strength is not the absence of pain, but the refusal to be defined by it. His journey stands as a testament to every fan who has ever faced a setback, every athlete who has doubted their return, and every person who has fought through adversity. Because for John Cena, pain was never the end. It was just another beginning. And through every fall, every surgery, and every hard-fought recovery, he continues to live his truth. Never give up.